अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल
नमः परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परमर्षिभ्यः हरिः ओम् उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धाम दाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमूर्त्यां जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षम् अक्षीणदयानिधानम् आचार्यमाद्यं वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तं विद्राविताशेषतमो गणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्य मायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महांस्तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात्कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु अपार सच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकमहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्टुमात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम् अमलरजतदेहं भाति चिज्योतिरेकं हृदयकुहरमध्ये निष्कलं देवरूपम् निकटपथि विचारैः वृत्तिभिः सादरेण सभयमभिवरेण्यं तेजसा दीप्यमानं सकलकरणधियां यो करणतनुधियां यः प्रेरकस्वेन भासां कबलितजगदण्डः पिण्डमध्ये शयानः सकलहृदयवासः शाश्वतो ब्रह्मरूपः वितरतु परिशुद्धिं चेतसो नः शिवाख्यः हृदयकुहरमध्ये केवलं ब्रह्ममात्रं ह्यहमहमिति साक्षादात्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वता मज्जता वा पवनचलनरोधादात्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम् यस्माज्जातमिदं जगच्छ सकलं देहादिज्ञात्रान्तकं यस्मिन्नेव लयं च याति हृदये गूढश्च यो कारणे यं वै कारणकारणात्मकचिदानन्दात्मबोधं विदुः तं सामान्यविशेषभेदरहितं ब्रह्माख्यमेकं भजे तस्मिन् सर्वचराचरात्मकतनौ एतत् कथं भासते नानारूपविकारकारकलुषं कल्पान्तसञ्जीवकम् इत्यालोचनलोचनान्तरनिशं यल्लोचनं वर्तते प्रज्ञानेत्रमितीह वेदभणितं स्वात्मानमीडे सदा Every day we are giving a short introduction that we are having Ulladu Narpadu in English, because every day new visitors are there. Vango, munnala vango, Shankar. So yesterday we saw the 14th verse. It is one of the most important verses in Ulladu Narpadu. One of the most important verses. Here Bhagavan has his own mudra. As we say about Dakshinamurti. About Dakshinamurti, we say Dakshinamurti has his mudra. Mudra means the mystic sign, symbol. About ocean, we say Samudra. Samudra means it has a mudra. So it is called Samudra. Because when from distance you look at the sea, you see the wave. And by seeing the wave, you know there is the sea. Like that, Atma is the Samudra. Veda, Yajurveda, it concludes as Samudro Bandhu. And this wave is this mudra which is arising within as I. Actually, that is the name of Shiva. Dakshinamurti Stotram, Shankaracharya puts it very profound verse. Balyadishvapi Jagradadishu tatham Sarvasu avastasvapi Vyavrittasu anuvartamanam aham iti antaspurantam sadam Swatmanam prakatikaroti bhajadam yo mudraya bhadraya Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. The Dakshinamurti Stotram, we generally say it is Stotram, but it is not a Stotram. It is a very, very profound Vedanta Grantha. So there Acharya says, the body has its change like childhood, youth, old age, all these changes are there. Balya, Kaumara, Yauvana, Vardhakya. All the while, when the body is changing, I have the intimation of a changeless principle. That is I. I am the changeless being. Although the body is changing, actually the more you do mananam, you know, the mystery in Vedanta is it is not a new teaching. Every teaching is new. If you want to study chemistry, you don't know chemistry, so you study chemistry. You do not know physics, so you study physics and come to know. Even mathematics, you study. Any language, you study and then know. But Vedanta, you study and at last you understand, oh, this is it. I already know it. I am already carrying it in my being. Yes, sakshat aparokshat brahma. It is direct, immediate, now it is there. That is why we give the example of wearing a golden necklace and searching it here and there. And somebody tells, it is there in your neck. Oh, I was searching this everywhere. Swakanthabarananyayam. Like that, you are searching for what? That is why Bhagavan said, Ayye atisulabham atmavitte. This atmavidya is so simple, utterly simple. Its very simplicity is the problem. Because complex things we will easily learn. Formerly I used to tell that if I am able to understand Vedanta, anybody can understand. I used to tell children, for me still mathematics is 1 + 1, 1. This computer, all these things look so complex to me. And people are playing with it. Even Veda Padashala children, they have not studied, but you give them a mobile, they will open it, remove everything and put it back and give it to you. So these kind of technical knowledge comes so easy, they are all complex. But Vedanta is not at all complex, it is not difficult, it is utterly simple. And I am not saying it, Bhagavan is saying, Ayye ati sulabham. It is so sulabham, so simple. Swami Vivekananda said, the truth is, the self is so simple. It is simple like your existence, he said. Because it's your existence. How can it be complex? The only thing which is available. So, after doing lot of mananam, what you will understand is, you need not give up body consciousness. You will understand, actually I do not have body consciousness. You will not, see anything that you have, you cannot give it up. So, if you have body consciousness, you cannot give it up. But you, a little bit you rationalize, inquire and understand that body is not there in me. A little bit of the body I am aware, that's all. Other things like liver, kidney, heart, all these things I have to study in school and write wrong answers. About what? About what I call myself. The photo, look at it and show it to others, send it to others. That body is a paroksha vastu. It is not that something which you know. But the only thing that you know is this I. Aham. You are certain. You sit in a dark room, you know, I am. And the body undergoes all the change, the I remains changeless behind it as experience, consciousness. And from the waking state you go to dream, the body drops off, mind alone operates, I am there. Deep sleep, the mind also disappears. Not only the mind, the I thought, the self-image, I, this also goes. And what exists there? Something is there. Sukham, happiness was there. Existence was there. The essence of I was there in deep sleep, Sushupti. So, although, that is why if we ask people in deep sleep, were you there? What will you say? Generally people will say no. The waking state I am there, the body is there, mind is there, I am there. In dream, the body is not I am there, mind is there. In deep sleep, neither the body nor the mind exists, but am I there? The I is not there. See, it is a state which gives you a very profound demonstration of a state where the I is not there, but I am there. I did not die. I was fully present but absent. The I thought was absent, the I feeling was absent, but consciousness has happiness, has contentment, a kind of strange well-beingness. You wake up with that, a glimpse of that. That is why you cherish to go back. From this process, Bhagavan's self-inquiry comes. Only from this. From this process, the entire Atma Vichara has its explosion. This process Bhagavan found out in his death experience. Arunachaleshwara revealed it to him in daytime, not sleeping. He was fully aware. He found that the body is dead, the mind is not there, and am I there? Am I? Who am I? What is my real nature? There was a strange fascination for the intellect to follow the I thought. That was Bhagavan's words. The I thought was just investigated and found out that it is not the I thought, it is Atma. Bhagavan named it as Atma, as consciousness, as pure self, Bodha. He woke up from that, that's all. And he never recommended that you should have death experience. He said, every day in deep sleep, you are having the same experience. Only thing you are not utilizing it. You are not recognizing the value of it. Hiranyanidhi. As the Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad says, you have Hiranyanidhi, means golden treasure, and you walk on that every day without knowing something is there. And akshetraknyaha na vidhu. Upanishad says, those who do not know the field, those who do not have that power to understand, they will not know that gold is there. But someone puts some collyrium and comes and looks. That is what the old people will say. You wear some mai. Mayinal unadu uṇmaiyavasham ākinai. As Bhagavan says it. So with that collyrium, you look, then you find there is gold, treasure. Like that, with Guru Padesha, Guru Kripa Anjana Payo Mere Bai. Kabir's song goes there. Guru Kripa Anjana Payo Mere Bai. That Anjana, you wear that Anjana and look, then you will see Jagrati Rama, Swapani Rama, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, everywhere you see Rama. If you imagine Rama with a bow and arrow, you will not see. Rama is the self, your Atma, your Swarupa. That you will see. That is poetry. The other things are all poetry. So, the I arises from deep sleep and goes back to deep sleep. Tukaram in one of his songs, he says, by his grace, I saw my own birth and my own death in my own womb. My own Garbhapatra, I saw myself taking birth and I saw myself dying. This you can also experience every day. You have to do that plumbing within. By searching from where this I thought arises. What is this I thought? This is what Bhagavan here says. If the I thought is there, you, he, everything is there. If the I thought is not there, neither you nor he exists. taṉmaiyiṇḍēl muṇṉilai paḍarkkaigaḻ ḍāmuḷavān. Taṉmai is I, and muṇṉilai is you, and paḍarkkai is he, she, it, everything. See, something very, very profound, insightful we will see. We say I, you, he. When I speak about me, I say I. But the person in front, I call him you. I tell you. But what will you feel? When I say, if I say mango, you will feel mango. If I will say coconut, you will feel coconut. Orange, you will feel orange. But when I say you, do you feel you? You feel I. When I am referring to myself, I feel I. When I tell you, then also you feel I. the other person is not contactable. But when I am contacting him, he becomes you. That is why Shankaracharya in his starting of Brahma Sutra, he said, I and you, only those two things. No he. The absolute object you can never contact. That object comes before you and establishes a contact with you, then it becomes asmad yushmat pratyaya. And the yushmat does not exist. That you does not exist. You, when explored, there is only I. And the I, when explored, it also vanishes. Ni nan arappuli nidankalimayamai nindridum nilai aruṇ-arunāchala. So Bhagavan said, neither you nor I exist, only that kalimayamai nindridum nilai, that ananda sthiti, that blissful state of infinitude of pure consciousness. Arunachala, bestow that to me. Give that, reveal that state to me. So there is neither you nor I, only that. That is the state in deep sleep. But the intellect also slept. But while doing contemplation, mananam, the intellect is very, very vigilant, alert, and recognizes that adhisthana, that substratum as me. Tatra atmatvam dridhikurvan. Ahamadishu santyajan. The I, etc. are all ignored. But the I is the door. I alone represents it. But the I, when you inquire and go deeper, then you find it is not there. You can use I. You can use any nama also. Very beautifully, Anandamayi once told that somebody asked how Bhagavan Nama works. The divine name, how it works. Because what we are seeking is the Atma. But how the divine name works? Any Nama can become his Nama. That she said all intuitive answers. She said, somebody is going. You want to call him back. You do not know his name. Hey, shoo, 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 shoo. You call. And shoo, shoo is not his name. Of course, when we were studying in government school, one teacher was called Shoo Shoo Master. Master, they used to call in Malayalam Master. He was called Shoo Shoo Master because he will say every children, shoo shoo, keep quiet like that. Then he became Shoo Shoo. So, you call somebody, shh, 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 you call like that, he looks back. You use some sign which represents that infinite. And that infinite response. And the I is also like that because it is not I. In English we say I, in Sanskritam aham, in Tamil nan, me. In many languages the sound, the verbal expression is different, but what is meant is same. So for that you can call Shiva or Rama or Hari or anything, but what is implied is the infinite, where there is neither I nor you nor he, that Purnavastu. Very beautiful Malayalam verse is there in Harinama Kirtanam. The first verse where it says, Omkaramaya Purul Munai Pirinyudane Ankaramai Adinu Tantanne Sakshiyatu Bodham Varuttuvadinalayininna Paramacharya Rupa Hari Narayanaya Nama. That divine being who is of the nature of Omkara. Munai Pirin, The indivisible became three, appeared as three, manifested as three. That is the world, the seer, and the seeing. Triputi. Jiva, Jagat or Ishvara, you can say also. Ahankaramayi, the result is the ahankara, the Jiva Bhava happened. And the three is being seen by the Sakshi. Tanna Sakshi. And the Guru comes and tells you, ignore the three and look behind. Bodham varuttuvadena, to awaken you. To awaken the real awareness inside. Bodham varuttuvadena āyndu. Who is that? Paramacharya, that Supreme Guru, Supreme Master. Harinarayanaya Nama. So that is it. So he comes and that Acharya, he says, Muktikki takkur upadesham nalgum. You need not do any sadhana or anything. You are really earnest, longing for that liberation, and the teacher comes, gives you liberation. He gives you upadesha, you are liberated. Muktikki takkur upadesham nalgum jananam attidu mannavanu narayanaya nama. He just gives you mukti. Because he tells you tattvamasi, you are that. No more jiva bhava, nothing. The body is not there, mind is not there, world is not there. Only that Satchidananda is there. Over. The whole process is over. That easy. That is why it is said so simple. But if you ask, what should I do? Then problem arises. One moment the whole process is over. It has happened with many. Muruganar said when some person asked him, Swami, what sadhana you did? Muruganar said, sadhana? Bhagavan did not give me time even to close my eyes. Before that, the thing is over. Such a simple thing I was missing for so many births because I was depending on doing, knowing, understanding, all the while carrying the treasure in me. Because I had more faith in this fellow. Nambattahada poiñālattai nambi. The thing which I should not have paid faith, I had more belief in that. Shambaramadundu. Because of that, I was eating all, consuming all objects, false things. Shivasambadattai nān iழந்தேன். What I lost is that the treasure, great treasure, Shiva. Because of that, I had birth, death, suffering. Yen piravi tunbam are. To remove that, meettanakku nalgudinal embarumananda perinba viyarsampadame. That great being, Parameshwara, Shiva, Mahadeva appeared before me and handed over me that great treasure. He just gave me that experience that what you are seeking is there in you, it is your real nature. And you have to hold it from within. Tatra atmatvam dridhi kurvan. Your selfhood you should find there, not in the body, not in the mind, not in the intellect, not in the ego. But what remains when everything is negated? Ashesha Vishesha Nirasta Nirvana Sukhanubhuti. So, taṉmaiயுṇḍēl muṇṉilai paḍarkkaigaḻ ḍāmuḷavān. If the I is there, you, he, all are there. Taṉmaiyiṉ uṇmaiyai tāṉāyndu. This is Bhagavan's seal. He says, the only thing that you can inquire, you cannot understand another person. The you cannot understand. People say, I know him very much. Nobody knows anybody. Everyone is a stranger. Including our own body is a stranger. That is why you go to a doctor. Doctor, there is something in my stomach, some pain. How will he know? Oh, he has studied. What? My stomach? This is the great fun that is happening around us. Nobody knows anything. Just all inference, that's all. Anumana tarka bhash. All inference. The doctor is sitting here. He is a best doctor because he makes you Jagan Mithya, anesthesia. He is the beginning of Vedanta. Na. Just remove the world, the body, mind. Then what exists? And what exists there? That is Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jihve na cha ghrana netre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. Everybody likes this song. So, muṇṉilai paḍarkkaigaḻ ḍāmuḷavān taṉmaiyiṉ uṇmaiyai tāṉāyndu taṉmaiyaṛiṉ. When the I thought is investigated, explored, paid attention to, then this I thought vanishes in the inner space. muṇṉilai paḍarkkai muḍivuṯṛoṉ. Then there is nothing to speak about the you or he, everything, it goes with it. Because it all arises with the I. When the I vanishes, it all goes. Then what remains? uṇḍēṛāyoḻirun taṉmai. taṉmaiye taṉṉilaimai. Nilaimai tān. Indeed, that is our one's nature. Tadyushmador asmati sampratishta. Tas arambam. Tadyushmador asmati sampratishta tasmin vinashte asmati mūlabodhat tadyushmadasman mativarjiteikam sthitirjvalanti sahajatmanasyat. This is the Sadarshana shloka. So there is a poem there in the 14th verse. To be aware of oneself is to be aware of the eternal. Bury your mind in the deeps of āmness. Hitherto unknown feeling of strength and peace you will gain. Move not from that center. Stay there rooted as a pillar of power. You will cease to be a petty self. A column of fire will be thy form. That Agnistambha of Arunachala. A column of fire will be thy form. The fire which arose in the beginning of time. The inscrutable fire that baffled even gods will blaze forth in the center of your being. The fire which Brahma and Vishnu searched, it's shown forth there. That is the story. And that shines forth. That is the essence. That is Shiva. Today so many Malayalam people are here, so I am reminded of some Malayalam poems. About Arunachala Shiva, Narayana Guru has written a song where he refers to this story. Adikku panni poi, Tamil people can understand this. Adikku panni poi nin mudikku annavum paran. Aduttu kandadilla ninna innum agnishailame. Eduttu nee vizhungi enna indriyangalodudun nadichidum Namashivaya Nayaka Namo Namah. It's a very beautiful song. And the Panchakshara is also coming. Deep down, as the boar, Vishnu as the Varaha went down, and as Hamsa, the swan, Brahma went up, they could not find neither the feet nor the head. This is the story. And the same light is shining forth within. And he says, Eduttu nee vizhungi. You just swallowed me, the senses, the mind, the body, everything was swallowed. Bhakshittai prananodu arunachala. The same thing. All great mystics, they write as if they took copy from the other person. Eduttu nee vizhungi enna indriyangalodudun. You see, Bhagavan writes, Bhakshittai prananodu arunachala. In fact, Narayana Guru wrote this before Bhagavan wrote it. You just swallowed me, and what is shining? Namashivaya Nayaka. Namah Shivaya is the form of that self, the Atma. Atma is called Namah Shivaya there. So Namah Shivaya Nayaka will blaze forth in the center of your being. So that is the 14th verse. So here Bhagavan's mudra, the eye comes. There is a story which Bhagavan very often used to say. This story comes in Vishnu Puranam, and connected to this story is a very grand Vedanta book, Ribu Gita. Many people, they do Parayanam of Ribu Gita. And the story behind this is there was a guru, Ribu Maharshi. Ribu, Angiras, they are all eternally perfect sages. So this Ribu Maharshi had many disciples, and one of his disciples was Nidagha. And this Nidagha was a very studious disciple of the sage. So he studied Vedas, Shastra, everything with the Rishi. Sometimes Vedanta Shastra also. You can study, but you will not attain enlightenment. You can study, but the essence all has to happen, what we call as Mahavakya Upadesham. And Mahavakya Upadesham also, as a ritual it is done, nothing will happen. The real thing will happen, might happen. It all depends upon Shishya Prajnaiva Kevala. As Yoga Vasishta says, the Guru gives teaching equally to all. But when the disciple is ready, he is mature to receive it, he can take it like this. Sometimes he might not be the intended person. The Guru might be talking to someone else, he will get it. Because he is ready to receive it. So the inner attention can fall on the center, the self, one's true nature, it can happen. So this Nidagha was studying Shastra. Sometimes, certain people you cannot wake them up. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says 3 types of students will be there. Garbha Chhatra, Darpana Chhatra, Dhuma Chhatra, we can say. The Dhuma Chhatra is like smoke. Dhumen avriyate vannihi yathadarsho malenacha yatholben avruto garbha tada tenedam tatha tenedam avrutam. As dhuma, the smoke covers the fire. You need not do anything, just fan the fire The fire, it blazes forth more and more, the smoke will disappear. Like that, there is a stage where you need not bother about removing the distractions. Mind will be thinking, thoughts will be there. Don't bother. Just go on meditating, go on fanning the jnanam. All other distractions will fall off. They cannot obstruct your jnanam. So they are mild. Mridu pratibandha. They are called mridu pratibandha. Sometimes they don't even need a teacher. They can stay alone and go on meditating and doing manana, nididhyasana. They can attain. But they are also very rare. The second class is like dust covering the mirror. It will not go by itself. You have to just clear it. You use a duster and remove it. Then your reflection is clearly visible. This second class people, for them alone, all gurus are needed. A guru comes down to teach because there are people who are waiting to listen. Aham baddho vimuktasyam iti yasyasti nishyaha natyantam ajnaha no tatnyaha sosmin shastre adhikaravan. He has this thinking that I am bound, I want liberation, I should be free. He is not utter fool, nor is he the liberated being. He is in between. Such a person is just in a state where he is ready to wake up. Only a person who is ready to wake up, you can wake him up. Otherwise, sometimes children, you wake them up, you go that side, they will again sleep. Because they have not decided. So if they have not decided, you cannot wake them up. So this is the second. And the third group are there. They will not wake. Nothing will go inside. They are called garbha. It is like the fetus, the child inside. You should not disturb it. You should not cause spiritual abortion. You have to give time, sufficient time for them to become mature, to be receptive. Wait. Such people are there. For them you should say, go and work somewhere, do some work. You need not sit for Vedanta Shravana. Because if he sits, his heedlessness will block at least 2-3% sitting near him. Such power is there with him. So he can disturb others also. So such person will go and work, do some other work. You are not, now is not the time for you. So this is the third group. So here this Nidaga, this disciple, was like that. So Ribu said, you are a great scholar. He was very happy. I will recommend you to the king. You go and become the guru of the king. So he went and became a Raja Guru. See, to become a Raja Guru, you should be full. Then you can become, see, yesterday we said, with pure gold you cannot make any ornament. You need some mixture. Like that, to become great people in the world, a little bit of foolishness should be there. The more utterly fool you become, you can become a very good politician. Or you can advise politician. That is the problem now. So here, this person went and became a Raja Guru. And there he became very powerful. So whenever the king will go with his retinue in the streets, he will be sitting in the elephant and all people will be around, ministers, and the Raja Guru will walk in front. So this is the usual thing that happens. And Nidaga was going on like that. So, but the Guru is concerned. The mystery is, see, the mother will be concerned, the child will go. Mother will be always concerned. Like that, the Guru is concerned about the disciple. That is a great problem. The Guru's heart will be pining. So, every year, Ribhu Maharshi will go there to see what has happened to this person. Nothing has happened. The same way going on as a big person. So slowly every year he will come in various forms, because he was a great yogi. He could come in any form. The disciple cannot find him. So he will come in various forms and ask questions to him, talk to him. Then he will find disappointed, he will go back. And at last, one day, the king was going on the street and this Rajaguru was walking in front. Suddenly, this Ribhu Maharshi appeared there as an old villager, a tribal person, uneducated person. And with his power, he just influenced the Nidaga. Otherwise, Nidaga would not have talked to him. So he just made him talk. He went to him and said, "See, I am coming from a village. I am an uneducated person. I do not know what city life is. What is happening here?" He asked. And Nidaga said, "Don't you see? It is the royal, what they call, procession. The royal procession is happening." "What do you mean by that?" he asked. So the king is going. He said, "What is that?" He said, "It's not what, it is who. He is our ruler. You don't know?" No, we have our own chieftains in forest. We don't know what king means. So he is ruling us. Oh, so he is making the cloud rain. He is making the sun blaze. He is making the river run through your country. No, not that. That he is not doing. Then what he will be doing? He is having all this agriculture. No. He is watering plants. No. Then at least he is cooking in your house. No. He is cooking in his house. No. He is cleaning his house. No. He has some other. Then what will he do? He will sit somewhere. So what is a king? He is the central person ruling everywhere. Okay. He said, "Then please show me, where is the king?" "He is in the center. Don't you see? He is the center of attraction." "Oh. Center means what?" "See that elephant." And somebody is sitting there, pointed it out. Said, "That is it." "I am confused," he said. "Two things are there. Which is the elephant and which is the king?" he asked. And Nidaga, you know what he did? The person sitting above is the king and below is the elephant. He said, "What is above and what is below?" he asked. And you know, this youngster made that old man stand in four legs with his hands and knee and kneel down and sat on his back and said, "Now I am above, you are below. Understand?" He asked, "What?" He said, "I am above." He was about to say, "I am above." He said, Wait. I don't understand. What is this I am?" He asked. "What is this I?" And you know, that is Guru Kripa. He had that samadhi experience in Guru's mudug, on the backside of the Guru. He was sitting on Guru's backside and he just entered into samadhi because his whole attention was focused on that I, that aham. And he stood there transfixed. Fixed means the mind is focused, And transfixed means that related, that awakened a state of trance samadhi there. Was completely in peace, tranquil. Absolutely the mind was established. The only problem is Guru has to carry him in that state. Then he woke up and chanted so many verses. In praise of the Master, because of you, see, your grace has given me this experience. With all that he was singing. And then continuing that teaching, that Ribhu Maharshi gave him the Upadesha, that is Ribhu Gita. What you have realized is Brahman, you are that, you are birthless, you are deathless. Like that, continuously it comes. So that is Ribhu Gita. So here, the Guru's Diksha, the mudra is making him recognize the simple element, the most simplest element in our experience, that is this I. It is the most simplest element, the I. And the moment the attention was turned there, the greatest treasure trove was opened. And he found the birthless, the deathless, the pure. So this is one route, one chavi to open the ḍēடாதுற்றனல் திருவருள் நிதி, that great treasure house. See, prakriya, we say prakriya. Use some prakriya by which your focus will turn inward. In Sanskrit we use the word pratyak drishti, and the Atma is called pratyagatma. And you know what the pratyak means? It means west. Look westward. And we have to doubt why they say so. Why should we look westward? Everybody is now looking westward. Going to West America. Generally, when you sit for meditation, you will be facing the east. You have to face the east. And without turning, look westward. The only way that you can do is turn inward and look like this. Pratyak drishti. The focus, the attention is withdrawn into the heart and made to abide there. So that is being done by many methods. You can say Satkala, Chitkala, Anandakala. These are the general kalas. Satkala is existence, irpu. Chitkala is awareness as I that we say. You can hold on to it and attain. Anandakala is when you have love, when you have bliss, when you have shanti. These are all manifestation of Anandakala. You can have these names in Lalita Sahasranam: Chitkala, Anandakalika, Premarupa, Priyankari, Namaparayana Preda, Nandi Vidya, Nateshwari. These are all divine names, Lalita Sahasranam. So Chitkala, Anandakala, Shantyatita Kalatmika. There is another Kala, the Kala beyond the Shanti. So that Kala, here that indication is given. You can hold on to the I thought and find the truth. You can hold on to love, also find the truth. But you turn towards the object you love, you will fall into samsara. You turn towards the experience of love and find out what it is, where from it arises. Then you inquire, then you find that it has its source in Atma. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Then you find the Atma. So that is a one prakriya. Another prakriya is time. Next verse is about that. Bhagavan speaks about time. Because time is also a kala. Kala kala. Kala itself comes from dhatu, the root is kala. Kalyate. Kala kalayatamaham. In Gita, Bhagavan says, I am time. The forces which grabs you, swallows you. Amidst those forces, I am time. So Kala is also a Kala, time, Samaya. The time is a Kala, it is an aspect of the divine. And what is time? That itself is a mystery. Before our modern physicists, all these people have even dreamt about it. The Vedanta Shastra speaks it about time so much. Time is also one form of Bhagavan. And what is time? We can only say time is not something which the clock says. Sometimes people change time. I think America, they do it every year. Every year they will change time. And India, every clock will show different time. So time actually is there a time? Apart from our feeling, is there a time? It's eternity. And where you take birth and stay for some period and die, and in between you have all this masabda, yuga, kalpa. And the time-space thing which the physics has so much pondered deeply, this thing, the Naiyayikas say, the smallest atom, Paramanu, is the smallest form of time. It's a very confusing statement because they say we think time is minute, second, etc. But they bring the second, truti, lava, the nimisha, and all that, and ultimately they end up and say, what is the smallest form of time? They say the time is atom, atomic. So matter and time, they merge together and become the smallest element. And there also you have not reached anywhere. It's only imagination. You just inquire and go there, the Paramanu, what they call. Then it becomes Dvyanu, Trasarenu. And like that it becomes, then suddenly it says it is Kala. It becomes Nimisha. Hey, we were talking about Paramanu, suddenly you talk about clock. Talk about daytime, night. And Paksha. See, this month is not at all considered. It's only Paksha. Natural time, at least a little bit of natural time is from a new moon to full moon. Paksha. Like that Masa, rendu Paksha. Paksha vai Masaha. So that is the Vedic statement word. So Paksha, Masa, Ritu, Shadrutu, like that then goes, then Yuga, Kalpa, Yuga, like that it goes. So time is, and now people are thinking about time travel. Go back, you go there, imagining things, sometimes it will happen. Because anything that you imagine will happen. Yat kratuhu yat sankalpaha tad abhisampadhyate. You have the sankalpa, it will happen because it's a dream, anything is possible, but not now. People will start traveling backward. Might travel backward, suddenly you find you are in Ramayana Yuga. Suddenly you find all the monkeys sitting in the seashore. Who will jump? And you are asking how I came here. Then you find you also have a tail. You are also one among them. Like that, it all looks like what fiction. But the world is fiction. Mithya. Mithya means it's a fiction. It's a myth. And about that myth, Bhagavan says, and Bhagavan says, what is the realized state? That samadhi. Rappahalilla veruveli veetil ramittiduvomva arunachala. Says, Arunachala, make me stay in that state where there is neither day nor night. That is the simple definition of time, day and night, that's all. That blazing effulgence where there is neither day nor night, let me delight in that samadhi, O Arunachala. So here, exploring time, Bhagavan gives a very profound definition for it. See, the Ashcharya, the wonder is Bhagavan's manifestation, that was a explosion of a original teaching. The teaching was there before also. But when through Bhagavan it exploded through many people. See, I will tell about it later. Here Bhagavan speaks about past, time as present, and time as future. And then he comes to tell you that the present moment is more important. The moment I tell this, people will start thinking about many teachings. First of all, Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti, he was elaborating a lot about this. He has his own way of talking, and every series, most of the series will have this also as one subject, like time as past, time as present, time as future, and time as now. He spoke very profoundly about that. Becoming. The same thing became very famous through one book, The Power of the Now. People are all reading that book. But see, before all that came, Bhagavan revealed it here. Actually, it's not even a revelation, because it was all the time, it was there. Any contemplative mystic will go and touch it. Nigalvinai patri irappedirvu nirka. See the words that Bhagavan uses. He is not using bhutam, bhavi and all. He is not using past, present, future in the usual grammatical way. He says nigalvinai. Nigal means what is now moving here. And past, he says irap. It means dead. Death. It is over, finished. Irap. And the future Bhagavan calls as edirbu. Expectation. Memory is the past, expectation is the future. And what is the now? Nigalvinai. Nigalvinai பற்றி இறப்பெதிர்வு நிற்க நிகழ்காலவையும் நிகழ்வே. நிகழ்வு ஒன்றே இன்று உண்மை தேராது இறப்பெதிர்வு தேரவுணல் ஒன்று இன்றி எண்ண உணல். The entire mathematics, Bhagavan brings it to one number, that is 1. He simplified the whole arithmetics. He says there is only one number, that is 1. And you add another one, it becomes 2. You add another one, it becomes 3. You add another one, it becomes 4. What exists is 1 only. But if you ask some student, he will say 9, or he will say infinite numbers. It appears like that. But actually, 1 puts the form of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I have a question to all mathematicians. We have 0. If 1 alone is there, why should you call it 1? Why not call it 0? Why not call it 0? Because only if the 2 is there, 1 is meaningful. Next teacher. If another 1 is there, the 1 becomes meaningful. Otherwise, if only 1, infinite 1, and there is no place for the 2 to stand, then why not call it 0? I don't know. I might be asking a foolish question.
Just because it times 4 things.
That is why the 0 is called Parama Pujya Swamiji. It is called Parama Pujya. It's Pujya. Pujyam means the adorable, the worshipful. Nachaikam tadanyadvidiyam kutasyat. Shankaracharya asked, even 1 does not exist. What to speak about the 2? Yes. Nachaikam tadanyadvidiyam kutasyat. Navakevalatvam nachakevalatvam. Na shunyam. Nacha ashunyam. Advaitakatvat katham sarva vedanta siddham bravimi. You can neither say it is shunya nor only you say ashunya. It is neither nothingness nor non-void. It is the Advaita. And Advaita is also name. It is the Purnatva. Katham sarva vedanta siddham bravimi. How to say what it is. So here, the next verse is a profound way of reaching. See, every verse in uḻa-v-ām Narpadu is you can employ it and reach Samadhi. Samadhi means, what I say is recognizing the self now here. And this is also a method where Bhagavan says the now alone was there in the past, will be there in the future. Without now, time is like trying to count without 1, the number 1. So, whole mathematics is simple because 1 is there, 1 alone. So too, time is utterly simple because now alone is there. And the mind can never touch the now. The moment the mind tries to touch the now becomes past. The now, the mind comes and tries to touch it. See, now it says it's gone. That is what the Buddhists, they say, Kshanika Vijñānavāda. From this Kshanika Vijñānavāda came. They say you cannot touch the same water in a river. The moment you touch it is gone. So to the time, you try to touch the time, it is past. By the time the mind touches it, it has become memory. It is no more experience. Or the mind can imagine the future. So the mind operates like a pendulum, going to memory and imagining the future. But the present moment is neither memory nor imagination. It is consciousness. Actually, the now alone exists. And the now is I am. And that is pure anubhuti, consciousness. But the mind creates the illusion of memory and imagination, expectation, pendulating like that, and creating an illusion of past, history, future. Studying this past and future, putting the mind in past and future, you lose the attention on the now, present. So one form of samadhi which Yoga Vasishta says is Vartamanam anayasam bhajat bahyade akshanam. It says in a simple way, train yourself again and again looking at the now. Bhūtam bhavishyad abhajat, not allowing the mind go to past or future. Yati chittam achittatam, the mind becomes no mind. This is one way where you can reach the same center. So, this is what Bhagavan says in the 15th verse that we will see tomorrow. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Yato mamatma bhavasi tvameva, tato na vachyam mama kijjidasti. Yathatavishtam kurumam tatheva tvamatmanatham ramanam bhajami.